What's poppin' T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I am here with my all tea, all shade marriage boot camp hip hop edition season 19 episode 1 review. I've been really excited about this season because they have a lot of good cast members on this season, and I also cannot believe that marriage boot camp has been on for almost 20 years. I remember the original version of Marriage Boot Camp was the Bridezilla cast members being on the show, and then it morphed into other reality show people coming on, and now it's morphed into the hip hop edition. I would like to see the old version back with, white people and all of that type of stuff. I would like to see that instead of just the hip hop one, but I digress. Okay, so we start off the episode with Mariah Lynn and Rich. They arrive to the house first. We all know them from Love and Hip Hop New York, and they've been messing around for a while. He's considerably older than her. They've been on and off for 10 years. So I'm like, how old is Mariah Lynn that they've been messing around for 10 years? Because Rich, I believe, is older than me. So how old was she when they got together? I hope she was of age, child. That's all I hope. The issue in their situation is that he does not claim her. And I'm like, girl, why do you want him to? This nigga, y'all know I say he looked like Milton Margarine. So I'm not even understanding the appeal of wanting Rich Dollaz to claim you. Somebody that says he's a part of a creep squad to claim you. Girl, oh Lord, the bar is set so low. Mariah looked good though. She's got some work done. She looked like she had some fillers in her lips. And she got her breast done, and she looked like she got some injections in her butt. But everything was pretty much proportionate. Only thing that I didn't like was that little Bo Peep wig she had on. That was a no bueno. Didn't like it at all. Want her to take it off. It looked like she had one of Dolly Parton's old wigs from the 9 to 5 movie. But whatever. He don't even love you enough, girl, to get you some wigs that are actually good wigs. But whatever. So Lyrica and A1 are next in the house. I quickly noticed that he cut those faux locks that he was wearing in his head off. Because remember that one season she exposed him for wearing fake dreads. That shit was hilarious. And for wearing fake jewelry. So they want to see if they can fix their marriage because, he's cheated on her. She's cheated on him. He's continuously cheated on her since then. She's moved out several times. And it's just been an overall mess between them two. Next up, we see Gangsta Boo from 3-6 Mafia. She has made a little resurgence here lately. When 3-6 Mafia recently just had their verses, she was there. So it's good to see Gangsta Boo back on the scene again. She's one of my favorite 90s to early 2000s rappers. She is there with her man Emmet, who is also a rapper, and he's a podcaster. He's white, I believe, and he calls her Lola. I don't know if Lola is her real name or if Lola is a nickname that he gave her. I don't know. But they met on the road. He actually opened up for her. And they have been together for 7 years, but she wants a ring and she wants to be prioritized by him. And he wants her to stop bossing him around. So I can see her bossing him around because Gangsta Boo is a big bitch, a big burly looking bitch. And she look like she'll whoop your ass, male or female, So, yeah. I'm scared of her too, so I see the issues in their relationship. I feel you, and I feel your pain, Emmet. So then the last couple is none other than K Michelle from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and Love and Hip Hop LA. So her and her boo thing Kaston, which we have seen on one of her reality shows that she's had in the past. He's a dentist that she has wanted to have children with for years now. They went to school together, so they've known each other for quite a long time, but they have been dating for the past 5 years. Now, Kay, has had to have multiple surgeries because of the illegal butt injections that she got years ago, and the silicone ended up flowing through her body. So she had to have multiple surgeries to get all the silicone out of her body. So she looks so good without that big ass wagon behind her, because it just was not attractive in the first place. It was just totally ill proportioned, and it was just a mess. But her new physique looks so good. The work that she's had done on her face actually looked good. She needs to stop right there. She don't need to get nothing else done. Leave it alone. It looked like she got maybe a little bit of filler in her cheeks, because her cheekbones are really defined now and her lips are bigger. But it looked good on her. So I just want her to leave her face the fuck alone. And overall, I just loved her aesthetic, her look. She looked the best out of all the girls. Her hair, the look, Chanel schoolgirl inspired look was just so chic and so cute. She came in representing. And, Kaston isn't somebody I would particularly date, but he looked nice for a dentist. He looked like he was going to Vegas, but that's all right. Now, if you don't know, K Michelle and Lyrica and A1 have a very heated past, because she exposed Lyrica for allegedly cheating on A1 season 6 of Love and Hip Hop LA, which was by far one of the best overall seasons of any of the Love and Hip Hop franchises. I always reference that season because I remember giving like the first 6-7 episodes A+s, which is something I've never really done for a reality show. So things are going to get very spicy between her and Lyrica while they're in this house together. But for now, they are playing nice with each other. Lyrica actually speaks to her and was like, we all got the same nails. So they're comparing nails and everything is fine in the beginning. And I think if, K Michelle wasn't so crazy and, she's like another Jocelyn to me, one of those people that cannot keep a female friend. But I think if she didn't have that trait about her, that her and Lyrica would actually be really good Judies, because when they were sitting beside each other doing the little court exercise, they look like they could be besties or look like they could be sisters. So that's unfortunate there. So we also find out when they're all talking that Lyrica hasn't slept with A1 in 4 months, and that is because he cheated on her again. And I was like, girl, 4 months, you still been fucking this nigga? Gross. But I guess you just never know when that cat get the call and you let anybody come in, child. So all the cast then meet with Dr. Ish for the first time. And, Dr. Ish come, with his suit on. He's suited and booted, looking good. And he brings out Judge Toller so they can have like a court exercise. And she's in her robe with her gavel and everything. And she makes the couples come up one by one. One is, on the plaintiff side. The other one is on the defense side. So the first couple that goes up is Gangsta Boo and Emmet. And she says that she wants respect as a black woman when it comes to him, and says that he doesn't listen to what she has to say. He's always talking over her, and he's always thinking of a response while she's speaking. Now, I don't know what that has to do with him respecting her as a black woman. I think that's just he has poor communication skills and he always think he right. Now, that didn't really, like I said, reference the disrespect of being a black woman per se to me, but that's how she felt. So he says that he admits that he does get mad fairly quickly, and that she has anger issues, which I couldn't tell. Like I said, I'm scared of her. So she admits to being controlling, but it's controlling to the point where he said, like, if he go to the grocery store, she calling him in the car. Then she calling him by the time he get in the car. Then when he get in the house, she asking him questions. Like, that's just crazy. I don't know if it's a situation where she's insecure about herself or something, or she just want to keep tabs on him to control him. I don't know, but ain't nobody got time to be running up my goddamn good Sprint bill trying to figure out your location. Girl, all you got to do is add him on to the little tracker thing on your phone. You can see every move he make, girl. What, like, all that calling, what is that for? So he says that, he has a lot of insecurities because of the way he grew up, and she makes him feel emasculated. And so they just got a lot of issues and problems in this relationships. But I think if this show could help them, that, they could actually be a couple that relationship can be resolved. A1 and Lyrica, that was a lost cause. Lost cause, we already know how that whole situation ends up because they end up getting a divorce. But then we see K. Michelle and Kaston come up, and she says that she has her future planned out, honey, and she needs to know what he's doing to make her plans basically come to fruition. And I understand having a plan for your life, but girl, you can't plan every single thing, because life gonna throw your ass some motherfucking curveballs, bitch. Like, that's not how life works. He says that he wants growth and understanding, which is just a vague kind of explanation of things. He seems like he's not even that checked into this whole situation. I don't know if he was just thrown off because of the show, but he just doesn't seem that invested into this at all. So he says that he doesn't know if she can juggle her career and kids. And I was like, she already got a son. So are you saying that she didn't do a good job with juggling her career and her son? Like, what's up with that? And I thought that would be the natural response to that. But maybe that's something that we'll get into later on in the season. She feels like he tricked her because when they met up again, she thought that he was just this good guy, this, that, and the third. But then he hit her with he feels that all men cheat. And if he ever gets caught cheating, she'll take everything from him. So he's basically giving her a warning that I'm going to cheat on you. So when that happens, I don't want to be married to you. And then you take anything that I've worked hard for. Girl, it is not that goddamn serious and that damn deep. If you want to have a family and some kids, do it by your goddamn self. Like, girl, get a sperm donor and call it a fucking day. Women do it every goddamn day. It is not that deep to be holding on to somebody that obviously isn't that invested into you or having a family with you. Like, stop trying to make fetch a thing, Gretchen. So last but not least, we see Lyrica and A1 come up. And Judge Toller says, do you think under the right circumstances you can forgive him? And Lyrica says, I can forgive. But basically she was like, I ain't gonna never forget, my nigga. And so he says that, she always taunts him with his infidelity. And she says that, it's because he keeps on fucking doing it. So she says that, she can't take another cheating situation. And I was like, I know you can't. Because, like, how many times has he gotten caught at this point? You should be tired, girl. So Judge Toller asks, does she still love him? And she said that she didn't know. And I mean, I don't even think it's a situation of her not knowing. I think she knows that she don't love him, but we all come to that point in a relationship where we're afraid to admit it and afraid to go there, because once you finally go there, you know that it's the absolute end of, things. So, like I said, I don't feel like their relationship was salvable. I think that they both knew that coming into the situation, but they wanted the bag. Because, they get paid hellas to come on marriage boot camp. They make about $200,000 just for 9 days of work, 10 days of work. So that's an easy motherfucking split bag between us, 100 G's a piece. Hell yeah, I'm going to come on there. So she says that the trust is gone between them because, he says that the trust is gone between them because both of them have cheated. But hers don't really matter, according to her. And she doesn't feel like they matter because when she did step out, she said that it was during the times when she had actually packed up and left the house. Now, this is like the same topic that you could have when it comes to Mel and Martell when she cheated or whatever. And she, messed with somebody else after he cheated on her. Is it cheating? Absolutely 100%. It's still cheating. You're married. So it's not like, oh, we get to have a halftime, we get to call break and you do what you do and then I cheat or whatever. No, you both have cheated. In Mel and Martell case, what Mel did was wrong, what he did was wrong. But in that case, we just cannot stand Martell, so we don't give a fuck. And even when it comes to Lyrica and A1, he cheated on her, she did her thing, and they'll be broken up or whatever, but both of them are in a situation where they're both equally wrong. You know what I'm saying? And she cannot negate the fact that her cheating hurt him, even if he did it first. Men can't take shit. They can't take a needle, a shot, let alone a woman cheating on them. But they both were wrong, but I feel like he was even more in the wrong because he was the one that started it, but then that's some tit for tat childish shit. So whatever at this point. And they just should have left each other alone. Period. So during their whole exercise, we see Gangsta Boo has fallen asleep. She over there snoring, sitting in a chair. And Dr. Ish and Judge Toller called her out for it, and she apologized. She felt bad. But you have to, like she said, it's been a long damn day. You know how much they had to do that day? Like, I know she was tired. But that shit was hella funny. So Rich and Mariah get up there, and he says that, she's damaged. And I'm like, if she is damaged, your ass preyed on her with your old rickety ass, didn't have no business fucking with this little girl in the first place. She could easily be your goddamn daughter. So he says that, he is not proud of her. Like, he's not proud enough to call her his woman. And I'm like, who the fuck are you, Rich? You are a washed up fucking record producer. Ain't nobody fucked with your ass in years when it came to no music shit. At this point, you are a fucking greasy ass reality star. Boy, bye. So he wonders if fucking with her is just a habit because they've been doing it for so long, or is this a real relationship? I feel like he liked the fact that this little young girl is on him and actually likes his ass, and they make him feel good. But Mariah, girl, move the fuck on and get you somebody that actually you can grow with and wants to be with you, because this old man, no girl, no bueno. So all the couples get their rooms, and Gangsta Boo and Emmet get the combat zone room. Rich and Mariah get the Player Palace room. K. Michelle and Kaston get the Fairy Tale Failure room. And Lyrica and A1 get the VIP room. VIP, I think, stood for vain, maybe insecure and sensitive and petty or something like that. K. Michelle and Emmet and A1 and Lyrica got the best rooms to me. Kay immediately wants to talk to Kaston about, what are they doing in this relationship? And he like, are we really about to start this now? Like, we ain't even got our bags yet. Like, we gonna be here for a week and a half. Like, we gonna have all the time in the world to talk. But she like, no, I want to talk right now. Because she knows how television works. She knows what the cameras and what the producers want. They don't want dead air time. She want to get right to it. And she's also producing the show in her head. So, she feels, however, like he always likes to put things off. Like he never wants to talk about stuff, which says everything. When a man keep on putting important topics off, it's because he don't want it. Whatever you trying to sell him, he don't want it. So always take that as a sign that this ain't going no more fucking where. So she asks what he wants, and he honestly says he does not know. And after 5 years, if he doesn't know, that means that you're not the one. He don't want you in that way, girl. You're just comfortable at this point. You're a comfortability for him, and you're something that he's used to. So he also in his confessional says that he doesn't really want to air all his dirty laundry out on television. He would have rather did it with, a private therapist. But I'm like, nigga, You knew what the fuck you were signing up for. You're not new to this. You knew who you were with for the last 5 years. So you can get somewhere and have several with that. Because don't nobody feel sorry for you. If you didn't want to come on this show, you shouldn't have came. So Dr. Ish comes in and talks to him, and he asks, if it wasn't for this idea of this fairy tale family that you want, would you be here fighting for this relationship? And Kay says, I don't want to be with someone who doesn't know my worth. And Dr. Ish says, so that's a no. And she was like, yeah, which is valid. And so then Dr. Ish says, do you want kids? And Kaston says, eventually I do, but at the very moment I'm not ready for it. And so he asks Kay, like, did you just hear what he's just said? And she was like, yes. She repeats it, and she gets emotional and she starts to cry, and he rubs her back, and he is being very affectionate towards her because he could tell that he doesn't want to hurt her, but reality is reality. And K. Michelle was like, no, I'm sorry. Dr. Ish says to Kate Michelle to tell him how you feel. And she says, I don't think that men are good people. He was like, and you say that because you've gone through a lot with men. She was abused and all of this stuff. And so Dr. Ish says, I don't want to see either of you settle for the crumbs of someone's affections. And I was like, you better put that on a goddamn Hallmark card and sell it, sir. That was some true tea right there. Like, don't be settling for nobody just because you have this picture in your head, because all you gonna do is hurt yourself. And then, say for instance, they did have kids with each other, now you bringing children into this fucked up scenario. It's not fair. So then Dr. Ish goes into Lyrica and A1's room, and she says that she doesn't feel like it was cheating because each time she left the house, she thought that it was really truly over between them, and I've been there, so I'm not going to even say that I don't understand where she's coming from, but it still was cheating, girl. So A1 says that she never made him feel like he could, just get it whenever he wanted to when it came to sex. He says that it always came with some kind of condition. And Dr. Ish says, he's saying he had feelings of disconnect before he was even outside of the house. And Lyrica was like, he's been cheating this whole time. So, like, that ain't got shit to do with nothing. So Dr. Ish was like, but he's telling you something is missing for him. And she was like, then stop trying to get back with me. It's obvious that something is missing with him, not me. Like, don't be trying to put everything on to me. So Lyrica then starts to cursing and all of this stuff. She did get hype, and all of that cursing was not necessary. A1 then gets up and was like, he done because this is one-sided and she being disrespectful. And he was like, I'm out. Somebody grab my bags. Now I understand that, him not wanting to continue the conversation if she gonna be cursing and yelling, because that's not what we here for. And I don't feel like it was one-sided. I feel like Dr. Ish was trying to point out things on both sides, and they both just needed to chill the fuck out, maybe take a breather, during that moment. It was just a lot, child. But this season looks like it's going to be really, really good. I'm excited. Can't wait to continue on with the rest of this season. Let me know what you guys thought about all the couples on this show, what you thought about the season premiere episode. Let's talk down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.